guys, Jack, the Pumpkin King, filling in for Chris. I'm kidding, guys. Chris here, as usual, back again with another, well, actually, an album reaction. Sorry, a little bit makeup makes it a little bit weird, so I think I'm talking about an album, which technically I am talking about an album. Here, also with... Very silent.
I'm Anna.
Well, basically, in my homeworld, we call her Sally. But here is Anna. She is actually a good consultant for PureXHeart.
I'm your girlfriend. Say it.
But yes, as you guys saw, we are going to be reacting to a Black Sabbath album. So this is probably like the least Christian thing that we'll ever do on here, but this was submitted for by one of you guys down in the YouTubes. So, you know, why not have a little bit of fun, you know? So, I mean, come on, okay? We're not gonna be like super serious, trust me. This channel is not about super serious, okay? We care about your soul, but we gonna have fun, alright? Alright, and for you guys, we're going to be listening to the album right here, okay? Right here on the good old Spotify. We got earbuds in. So, I mean, yeah. So, Anna, do you have anything for the audience before we go ahead?
Nope, I'm ready to get into it.
Perfect. So a little bit background onto this album. Obviously, you know, before we actually really listen to the exact album. This is actually their second studio album. This is following their first album, otherwise known as Black Sabbath. But this is also one of their most popular one. And also, this album, the reason why we chose it is because it has been 50 years since the album began to release. It was released in September of 1970, so here we are in October of 2020. So basically 50 years plus 1 month. So it's a great time for this actual album to release, and the reason why we are dressed up as Jack and Sally is because, well, one, I love The Nightmare Before Christmas, and two, like, we're a couple, I guess. All joking aside, let's actually finally listen to the album. And also, guys, I have never listened to a Black Sabbath album, so that's also why we're doing it. So, you know, I just thought it'd be pretty fun for this.
The intro's pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad intro. I love the little bit instrumental.
You can say the song we're listening to.
Intro. It's gonna be like right down there. The song that we were listening to, obviously, as you guys can see right down there, is War Pigs. It's a very famous song, so that's also why we're listening to this album, because it's a very, very, very famous album. This intro is so long! Okay, finally, I've made it in. Ah, see, so just like Christian Mass, okay, for your Catholic people. Well, it's basically talking about war. Okay, I get it now. I guess that kind of makes sense with the Vietnam War happening around this time. One thing I can definitely say about this song is that it has fantastic instrumental. Like, wow, it's just full on rock band. Like,
the drums are really good,
dude. Wow, there's a lot of very biblical things that you can just seeing from these lyrics. Right now, we're using these lyrics from Genius.com. And apparently, the original title for the song was called Walpurgis for some reason, which is dealing with witches on Sabbath. It's sort of like, you know, Christmas for Satanists, or as a lot of people like to call Halloween that holiday, even though in reality it's not. In an interview, the bassist and lyricist for this song, Geezer Butler, said war was like a huge big Satan. It wasn't about politics or government or anything. It was evil itself. So I was saying generals gathered in the masses / just like witches at black masses, to make an analogy. But when we brought it to the record company, they thought wall purges sounded too satanic, and that's when we turned it into War Pigs. But we didn't change the lyrics because they were already finished. I like it. I think War Pigs does have like a better vibe to it rather than Wall Purges, but just because that's already a hard word to pronounce. War Pigs, it creates different mindsets, and it still goes with what they're still trying to do for this song, which is basically, hey, you know, war is bad, okay?
The rest of it is just music.
The rest of it is just, oh my goodness.
This is just instrumental. There's nothing more lyrics.
There's nothing more.
This is the song that I like.
The next song that we have is Paranoid. Oh, I feel like I've heard this song.
You have.
Yeah! I like this song.
It's a classic.
This was on Guitar Hero. I would play this. I wouldn't play this because I was like terrible at Rock Band. I would always play it on easy. It felt terrible of a gamer I am.
He was very depressed.
Yeah. Which kind of makes sense for a song that's called Paranoid. Yeah, basically, yeah, he said in an interview, Geezer Butler said that it's just about depression. He doesn't really know the difference between depression and paranoia. So I mean that's basically something that us just as Christians and just as plainly as humans just deal with. That's why we have that hope into Jesus, because we are not that great people. That's why we need Jesus. Another great thing about this song is that this song is also very, very short. It's like a little bit less than 2 minutes. I already love that. Different. It's not like how a lot of worship songs are 10-minute blasters. It's just like, all right, we're gonna have a long song, and then we're gonna have like a 3-minute song like that. Again, with the really great guitar solo. It's one thing to really say about this album.
Planet Caravan is next. It's very different from the first 2 songs.
So apparently this song was for a way for people to show that they don't always play like super guitar headbanging songs, just as a way to, you know, showcase their band as a different side to them. And it does have almost like a very spacious feeling throughout this entire song. Kind of like it.
I don't like it.
Well, say why don't you like it, rather than saying I don't like it.
It's too slow.
Well, that's kind of the point of the whole song. So it's just too slow.
It's like, it's not your usual Black Sabbath. Like, you wouldn't expect it for them to make this.
That's why they made it, just because of that reason. Now here comes the best song. Now this song I definitely know from the Marvel movies.
I know this song too.
And from Guitar Hero. I know this entire album almost from Guitar Hero.
I know this entire album because of my mom. We can sing along to this song. Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind? Can he walk at all? When he moves, will he fall? Sing.
No, I don't know this entire album. I just know a few parts.
Alive or dead? Has he thoughts within his head? To just passing there. Why should he even care? So apparently this song, it came out of nowhere. It just basically decided
decide of which band member has the best riff. So wow, basically their most famous song just came out of a bet. That's actually really hilarious. I love that story of that song. And then they just basically then wrote lyrics around that. That's insane. I just, that's... Wow, this is like almost the opposite of, especially looking at these lyrics, because he was helping people, then all of a sudden he just started to destroy them. This is totally the opposite of what Jesus does, where he was sent
to help people, and that's what he did.
Exactly, that's what he did. He was just like, all right, and then he gave us his life. So that's always great. Just another reason why I love Jesus. I mean, I can understand why people like this song. The lyrics are super depressing. Whenever you really listen to them.
I feel like when people listen to Black Sabbath, they don't pay attention to the lyrics. They just like to headbang to the music.
Well, I mean, literally listening to an album is almost, you have to listen to the exact lyrics of it. You know, you have to understand where they're coming from as an artist personally. It's super important for that. That's why you gotta do a deep dive. To also make sure you're also listening to some very good music, because you don't want to be like. That's why pop music is so popular, because it's just popular. People don't pay attention to the lyrics. Exactly. Not saying that there isn't some good pop music out there. I'm just saying majority of pop music is popular music. That's why it's called pop music.
Air guitar.
Yeah, why not? It has this really good air guitar at the end.
If only you could play real guitar. You know who you remind me of with that bass band on?
No.
Kiss. The band.
No. No. You need longer hair. Yeah.
I'm just talking about black face paint.
I guess I can see that. The lyrics of this entire album has just a lot of history impact. Like this song, Electric Funeral, is basically talking about
atomic bombs.
Yeah, atomic bombs and the atomic war that was basically looming around with this time, just because, hey, World War III is just gonna be nothing but nuclear war. And yes, as you guys can see, I'm a little bit of a history buff at times. I think it's important to know your history. And a lot of their lyrics have a lot of biblical meanings. One could interpret that as, whether that be, that's a good thing. Bible imagery is also very, very, very fascinating. Just from not only a Christian artist, obviously, but just from any artist. That's why there's a lot of people that do a lot of biblical based
Talks about addiction.
As you guys saw, this is a song about called Hand of Doom. It's another one of their a little bit of slower songs starting it off, and with a lot of Vietnam references during out this entire song. Do you have anything about this entire listening to so far,
All the songs I listened to?
or just in general, that you want to say?
Technical difficulty. You cut that out.
Oh no, that's staying in.
Why?
Because it's funny.
Okay, so basically in this album, or not this album, this song, he's saying like there's no way that you can return from addiction. Like it's gonna lead to death, especially with heroin. That's what he's talking about, or acid.
Love a lot of these lyrics for a lot of these songs.
They're meaningful.
Yeah, they actually have some meaning to them. It's not like, I don't know, something like very simple. Like, I can understand, like, again, why a lot of people love these songs, especially if you look at the lyrics. They have a lot of meaning, a lot of depth to them.
So there's a lyrics that says, "You're having a good time, baby, but that won't last." That's like how sin is. You're having a good time, but it won't last, right, Chris?
Yeah, it's exactly true. I think we like had this conversation, just like our own little personal life, where you're just like, yeah, everything that we do, just, you know, it seems like it's like a great thing. I brought the illusion of sweets, of how sweets is almost like a sin, just because it looks good. From the outset, just whenever
there's no value to it.
Exactly, there's no nutritional value,
and it might taste good for a minute, but then like you're gonna be
you're gonna be regretting it right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like very true. I mean, I just said that as a way for because I don't like sweets, so that's why I brought that
But it pertains to this. I wasn't just trying to bring it up. It pertains to this song.
Oh, I know, but I don't want people to think, oh man, he thinks sweets is a sin.
Yep, that's what we're trying to say. Eating sugar is a sin.
PureXHeart does not support these values right here.
It kind of sounds like an animal noise. Like a bee buzzing.
Yeah, a little bit. This is right, rat salad.
Wait, is it just instruments and not?
Yeah, it's just instruments.
Oh.
I did not realize about. Wow, that's actually really cool. But according to Butler, this drum solo is resulted from the band having to play 8 3/4-hour spots a night in Europe early in their career. So basically used to fill the entire time just doing a drum solo for 45 minutes. And this title actually, they have like, again, like no idea where this title came from. Just like wow, most of these songs just came out of just almost out of nowhere.
I wish I could play the drums like that.
That'd be funny.
This song says that they smoked a lot of dope, so the lyrics might be a little funny.
Yeah, we're definitely. I'm a good thing that we're not that super popular. We definitely gonna get that YouTube monetization thing. It's a good thing we're not like super popular there yet, so we can do these very, very weird videos. So again, you know, going back to an interview that the band had, different interview. In 2013, they had a biography. Mick Wall described the closing track of this album as a hard driving riff, sweetened by a beautifully baleful melody. Ooh, I love that. I love that. But this song is basically about a nasty encounter with a group of skinheads, which I have no idea what that means.
They were not racists, but punks and anarchists. They usually wore boots, which is how Sabbath got the title.
Ah.
And they ran into them after a concert and injured one of their guys, so they had to cancel their next show.
Well, this just goes to show you. Show people with love. If not, Black Sabbath will write a song about you. Especially if you have a terrible encounter with them.
And hurt one of their guys.
Exactly, and hurt one of their guys. So maybe be nice to people, you know, do the first Corinthians 13, you know, show people with love. Alright, so we basically just listened to the entire album, Paranoid. What are your thoughts on it?
It was good.
Just good? Just good? Any?
The lyrics were very meaningful, and I like Black Sabbath, so...
Well, why do you like Black Sabbath?
Because I feel like... I just like the band, like their guitar and their drums, they're really good.
I was gonna say, so you like the musical aspect of Black Sabbath?
And their lyrics, they have meaning, like they're not just like saying random stuff, even though like it says they like were doing drugs.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that, you know, they were on drugs and yet create some of like really great lyrics, and then, you know, you have like other artists that basically
they can't do it while they're not on drugs.
Exactly. That part is like, that's both sad on just like a little bit of, I mean, not sad on like Black Sabbath's part, because they could probably like do it without drugs potentially, maybe, I don't know. Well, I mean, you saw with a lot of these other lyrics, the ones that like were super deep, like the first song, War Pigs, and Paranoid, for example, where they were just, they weren't written like with drugs. They're just basically one written about they don't like of how war is, and the other one basically being about a lot of depression, a lot of addiction throughout these entire songs. So I guess really the final question, should a Christian actually listen to this album?
I feel like it would be okay if they listened to it, because like the lyrics like show that like drugs can do bad things to you, and like it has like a lot of sin, but I feel like you can learn from the lyrics. Yeah,
no, I agree with that. Obviously, you know, if you do listen to a lot of these songs, you know, definitely look at these lyrics and then just be like, all right, should I as a Christian, you know, have my soul listen to this, especially if you are struggling with some of these stuff, then I don't recommend you guys actually listen to some of these songs.
No.
Just because like you will be depressed, and just, you know, like that may be a huge trigger point for you. So I like all these songs are just like case by case basis. If you guys just love the instrumentals, and I don't blame you. That's like literally one of the best parts of this entire album, was definitely the instrumentals. So on a rating, what would you give this? Would you praise it up, or would you bless it down?
Like a Christian rating?
Just a rating. So so basically, with the Christian listening to this, would you say praise it up? Yeah, listen to it, or bless it down and be like, nope.
Bless it down.
Bless it down. All right. I would probably will also have to say bless it down. That's just basically on just that rating for a music rating of, or the way that I do my albums. How would you rate that?
Oh, like listen to the playlist.
Yeah. So
add it to your playlist.
Add a few songs to the playlist. Yeah, I would have to say that.
Like some of the songs are good. Like Paranoid is good. I like that song.
Yeah, definitely add some of these songs to your playlist.
But don't like only listen to those songs. You gotta have more in your playlist.
Well, yeah, it's just add it to like a random playlist.
I know. I'm just saying.
But with that, if you guys would leave a like onto this video, and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album, and also what you guys thought about this type of review / reaction video, and if you guys like it, or if you're just like, no, we just lost a lot of subscribers with this video. But that's fine, okay? We're not about subscribers, okay? We are about, you know, making sure that you guys are listening to what is, satisfying for your soul and what your soul needs. That's really important for us, views, likes, all that stuff. It is basically nothing compared to you guys knowing and truly knowing the amazingness that is Christ Jesus. That's basically what we want to get out with a lot of these videos, that you guys can basically be pointed towards the truth and see if you should guys actually be listening to this stuff. This was just a really very fun video that I figured, it'd be really cool for a Halloween type of episode. And yeah, also comment down below what you guys want me to review, whether it be in the past, future, present, whatever you guys may be. You guys put it down in those comments and I will get to it. Again, it can be music, movies, topics, or even fun stuff like this. You guys put it down in those comments and I will get to it. But of course,
make sure you leave a like, a comment, and make sure you subscribe to PXH, also known as PureXHeart. And we'll see you guys later. Bye!
Remember to go all of Jesus and change the culture. Boom. Bye!